Hi everyone, welcome to Ekascloud. So today I'll be discussing about the concept of Azure File Sync Service. We use this service to centralize our organization files in Azure File Share. Uh, the syncing will be done by keeping the flexibility, performance, and even compatibility of an on-premise file server. Azure File Sync Service transforms Windows Server into a quick cache of your Azure file share. So you can actually sync all the files in your remote desktop with the portal, and if you're making any kind of changes in the remote desktop, it will automatically will show up in the portal if you're using this sync service. But it only goes one way, which means the updates in the remote desktop will be showing in a portal, but the updates if you're making in portal, that will not be showing in the remote desktop. So but yeah, this is mainly used to centralize your files, your organizations or your company's files uh, in Azure File Share. So let's get started with the demo video. Before going deep into the file sync service, I already created a resource group, and under that a virtual machine, and then also I created a storage account. Within that storage account, I also created a file share, and I connected the virtual machine to the remote desktop too. So let's go there first. I'm going to minimize this for now, and let's go to the C drive and create a file here. So let it be Arctic, and now we can go to the server manager, and I need to switch off this because I'll be using the Internet Explorer here to download the sync service. So that is done. Now we can go to the Explorer. Okay, in Google, I'm going to search for Azure File Sync Agent Download. We need to select this first link, and then download. So I used a 2016 server to create the virtual machine. So in that case, I will have to select this one with Windows Server 2016, and then next, allow once. Save and run. Next, 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 next. Here I need to select do not use Microsoft Update. Next, and install. So that's done. Now we need to go to the portal. and search for storage sync service, this one, and select it. And then we need to create one storage sync service here with our resource group. So here I'm going to select the resource group, and then I need to provide a name. And one thing you need to be careful is here the region, it has to match with the region of the virtual machine. So my virtual machine was created under East US region. By default it came here, the same region came here, but if not, you have to select the region which matches with your virtual machine's region. So now I can review and create. Now that's done. Now let's go to the resource and create a sync group. I'm going to name the group as group 1 and 2, and then this is my subscription. Then I need to select the storage account I created, and then this is the file share I created under that storage account. So I'm going to select that and then create. Okay, now let's go back to the remote desktop. Okay, so once that the installation is complete, you'll be able to see to server here in the toolbar. Okay, if you select that, so here a box will come, and the Azure environment we are using is Azure Cloud, so we should avoid the other three and then sign in. Here we need to enter our portal ID, Azure portal ID. And the password here. Okay, they'll send a verification code to my Gmail account. So let me go and take that verification code to proceed here. Alright, this is the code. Here again we need to enter a few details, our subscription name, then the resource group. Everything will be here in the drop down box, and then register. Okay, so that is done. Let's close this. Okay, now let's go to the folder we created, And now we need to copy this path which we'll be using in our portal. Here we need to go to the group we created. So the cloud endpoint is showing here, which is our file share we created. Now we need to enter the server endpoint. So for that we need to use this option, add server endpoint. Select that. So this is our registered server. Here we need to paste the path of the folder we have in our remote desktop, and then create. All right, now that is done. Now let's go to the remote desktop, and here in this folder I'm going to add some document. Let it be a text document, and I'm going to name it as tech1. So by copying and pasting the path there in the server endpoint when we created, that syncing process is done. So now we need to verify whether it's been a success. So I created this text document, and let's see whether it's showing in the file share. So let's go to the storage account and go to the file share, select this, and yes, the document we created is showing here. So you can starting from now we can add anything in that folder, and that will automatically show here in the portal under file share. So this is all about the Azure file sync service. This will really help the organization to uh, store their updates. They store their files in the portal. So I hope you like this video. Thank you.